All right, are you ready for more? I know I'm ready for more. Let's do this. Another video from the cave. I hope you're enjoying these. And today we are going to talk about the defending Class 6A state champion, the Crete-Monee Warriors. Wow. Historic year in 2012, certainly for Crete-Monee, the school's first ever football championship. Undefeated season. You couldn't really ask for a whole lot more out of Crete last year. And again, anyone that saw this team over the last couple of years saw this coming for 2012. I don't think there's any question. Now, the question going into 2013, do the Warriors still have enough left in the tank this year to get it done to make a return visit? Could very well be. Could very well happen. Of course, we've got some questions we're going to need answered. Now, first of all, brand new head coach and certainly someone very familiar that's been around the program. John Konecki has been involved with Crete-Monee football for a while, offensive coordinator under Jerry Verdi. So again, I expect nothing but a very smooth transition. Was a hands-down favorite knockout for the job, Konecki was, and again, I expect a very smooth transition. So I don't really see a whole issue with Konecki taking over. A very smooth transition. I think John kept basically the same coaching staff intact. Will certainly help with that transition this year. Now, a lot to look forward to if you're Crete. You've got 12 starters back, 8 on defense, which is wow. I mean, and there are some serious talented kids on that defense. Start with Niles Morgan, all-everything linebacker. Chris Slayton, defensive end, getting several offers. A junior, Omari Stringer, is a safety. Boy, I tell you what, this team will not give up a lot of points in 2013. That you can take to the bank. Now, the question is going to be on offense. Laquan Treadwell, Mr. Everything, 5-star, gone to Ole Miss. Some key graduation losses, especially at quarterback this year. So that's one of my questions going into the season. I know that certainly Crete is very high on Will Smith, who was planning to take over the quarterbacking job this year. But again, it's still a transition to the varsity level, and especially if you've seen Crete-Monee's offense, very impressive offense that Crete runs. It's a no-huddle, shotgun spread, a lot of checks, a lot of check downs, a lot of plays called at the line of scrimmage, reading the defense. So the quarterback position is absolutely key in this offense. Now, there are some positives to look forward to on offense. Certainly, the offensive line, there's a handful of starters there. Josh McCaskill's a kid who I really like this year. You have a running back, Deshaun Smith, who I think could have an even bigger year this year. I think he's going to be a little bit more of a focal point, especially early on in the Crete offense. Now, concerns. Well, you guys know as well as I do, the Southland Conference, I don't think does any favors whatsoever for Crete. Once they get into the conference, they have rolled that conference for a while, and I don't see that changing this year. But how well can it prepare this team? We had those questions last year. I just think this team was so talented last year. They found ways, and give the coaching staff a lot of credit, they found ways to keep themselves sharp in games that, quite honestly, they could have blown out. I honestly think this team, if they wanted to, could have put a 40-point running clock on everyone in that conference last year. Maybe with the exception of Bloom, but even that Bloom game got away kind of mid-third quarter, late third quarter. So anyway, the Southland, always a concern. Coming out of 6A in the South, always a concern. I guarantee you the Big 12 teams are going to be better this year. You're going to have much more competition down on the south end of 6A compared, I think, to last year. So again, not a gimme for Crete. You always have Lamont in that side of the bracket as too. So, but when it's all said and done, my prediction, key games going into this year, I tell you what, the non-conference schedule definitely pumped up this year. Crete opens with TF South, which they have for the last several years. Then they play Evanston, who will be up this year. Simeon, we don't know about yet. Still trying to find out more about the Wolverines. But then Bennett in week 4. Huge game for Crete. I think that is a game to point to see exactly where this Warriors team is against expected to be a very good Bennett team in 2013. So, hey, Crete, I love the first 4 weeks of the schedule. I'm not thrilled with the last 5 weeks, but you know what? Crete was able to overcome that last year. Hopefully they can do it again this year. But I'm not going to lie, the schedule, the conference in particular, for me is a concern. It was last year, it worked out, but this year I still have the same concerns. So when it's all said and done, prediction, I'm going to go 8-1. I think someone in that non-conference side might be able to catch Crete. But as the season progresses, I think we'll be able to see just where this team is going into that huge Week 4 game against Bennett. And again, it should be a fun ball game. Certainly another marquee game to watch. Week 4 playing Bennett Academy. So when it's all said and done, I see 8-1 for Crete. I see Crete being a high seed in 6A, and things go well. The Warriors stay healthy. That offense develops. Crete could do it again this year. I have really no doubt in my mind that Crete will be a major player in 2013 in Class 6A. Thanks, everybody.